How to set up your inHarmony sound lounge.
Hello everybody, Craig Goldberg, co-founder here at inHarmony Interactive, and tonight I would like to show you how to successfully connect your inHarmony sound lounge. Now, a couple things. I'm using my sound lounge. It still has our old branding on it for Holistic Health Science. I have it propped up here a little bit just for space purposes as I sit here on my living room floor. And I'm going to do my best to demonstrate to you by holding out and talking through exactly how this setup is done, exactly how it's configured and wired. So consider this the wiring instructions for the inHarmony sound lounge. A few things to note. You'll see that this is the input cable. It has an orange tag on it. And one side is 6.5 millimeters. The other side is 3.5 millimeters. They are very different in size. That's one or two different connectors, 6.5 millimeter and 3.5 millimeter. The other cables that I want you to note is RCA, which are simply red and white. And then of course this one in particular has a 6.5 millimeter on the other side. We're gonna have an adapter, which is actually stage rigging. This is an XLR, and this side fits a 1/4 inch, or I'm sorry, a 6.5 millimeter. And then we have the actual sound lounge cable, and this cable is 6.5 millimeter on one side, and the other side is something called banana clips. And I'm going to show you how all of this gets configured and plugged in. And of course we have our headphones, which has a 6.5 millimeter on the end. You can also twist off the adapter and you have a 3.5 millimeter underneath. So most people don't know that. That's an important little trick because there are a bunch of different configurations. We have a power cable for the main sound lounge amp. The newest version of this sound lounge amp is slightly different. However, the connections on the back are exactly the same. And then of course we have the headphone amplifier as well. The headphone amplifier has its own power source, and then it has an input, and it also has 4 outputs. So 4 different types of headphones are used for this headphone amplifier. However, we're also going to plug in and configure the actual sound lounge amplifier as well. So I like to think about how the signal is going to progress. So follow the signal. So first things first, we have the input. The input is going to be this 3.5 millimeter. It's going to plug into your phone, your tablet, your computer. Whatever is playing the music is going to be on this side. We want to go into the input of the headphone amplifier. So one of these is labeled input, and you'll see the 6.5 millimeter side fits into the input. The next thing we want to do, and it's really simple, is plug in the headphones. The headphones have a 6.5 millimeter connection, and it's pretty straightforward. That goes into, I like to use output 1 in the headphone amplifier. So that goes right into output 1, and you'll see it labeled right up top. It says output 1. Next thing we're going to want to do is plug in and configure the sound lounge amplifier and connect that to the headphone amplifier. There's 2 sides to this, RCA cables and the 6.5 millimeter adapter. And just take the 6.5 millimeter headphone adapter and plug it into output number 2 of the headphone amplifier. The other side of this is going to connect to the back of the sound lounge amplifier. And you'll see there's a line in and a line out. It's red and white, white goes to white, red goes to red. This is line in because the signal is coming from the tablet into the headphone amplifier, from the headphone amplifier to the headphones, and then of course from the headphone amplifier through this cable we just connected to the sound lounge amplifier. The plug, pretty straightforward, like a computer plug, a standard 3-prong computer plug. Plug that in. The headphone adapter has its own power source, which plugs right into the only place it fits. It's labeled 12 volt on this one in particular. And then the last thing to do is to connect the sound lounge amplifier to the sound lounge itself. And that gets done through this beautiful, it's the thickest cable. It's close, but it is the thickest cable, and it has banana clips on one side, and you'll see a white and red, and you'll see obviously a 6.5 millimeter on the other side. The way that this adapter works, you'll see it's blue and black, it's small, it comes in its own bag. The blue-black adapter fits to the 1/4-inch side or the 6.5 millimeter side. I'm trying to do everything in metrics because we go back and forth here in the United States and we're starting to ship all over the world. So the 6.5 millimeter side or 1/4-inch plugs into the only side that it fits in this particular adapter. And then this particular adapter, it only fits in the sound lounge one way. So you'll see there are 2 dashes on the tip of this adapter. One is large, one is small. The large goes straight up and down on top, and then you twist, and when you twist, you'll hear a click. That click indicates this metal piece or this silver piece is pushed forward. In order to get it off, don't pull on the cable. Instead, pull the silver tab backwards, twist to the left 1/4 turn, and it slides right out. The reason we adjusted to this is actually people were breaking a custom cord we had manufactured by simply pulling on the cord. This removes that. You will hear a click when it clicks into place, and that locks it in place. And then again, just twist and listen for that click. The other side of this cable, very simply put, is going to go into the back of the head of the sound lounge amplifier where it says subwoofer output. And you'll see 2 banana clips. Red goes to red, white goes to black. On some of these cables, it's a black and white cable. In that case, it would be white goes to red, black goes to black. Ultimately, it doesn't matter left to right, right to left. There's only one signal that's going through the sound lounge anyway. And simply plug that in. Once you add power to both amplifiers, you should be good to go. Plug in your tablet. And now let's talk briefly about, just for the ease of showing you, let's talk briefly about what's going on the front of this amplifier so that you have an idea as to how you can set this up and how to utilize it. All of our amplifiers have the same settings on the front. Whatever the input device is, you always want to make sure it's at 100% power, all the way up to the top. You now have separate volume control on the headphone amplifier. Each channel has its own output volume. So since the input device is now set to 100%, we've taken out that variable. The amplifiers will meter the volume or the vibration. The headphone amplifier, the output for your headphones, this is the volume control for the output of your headphones. The output for the sound lounge, this is the cord that connects into the back of the sound lounge amplifier. There's a volume control here. Put it at about 40 to 50%. Doesn't have to be all the way up. 40 to 50%. By the way, about 40, 50% is going to be the comfortable listening volume for the headphones. You don't want to blow out the ears. You don't want to blow out the headphones. Less is more. Keep everything about 50%. On the front of the amplifier, our newest amplifiers actually have a phase control knob. Just put it straight up and down. It doesn't actually input the sound or the clarity. On the second one, I know this says do not touch because I use this a lot for demo purposes, but on the newest amplifiers, it says, it will either say frequency control, but basically you've got, it's a gate. Think of this as a frequency gate, and it will have 0 all the way up to 180 hertz as labeled here. Turn it all the way to the right. We want this all the way up. We want the gate all the way open. Once you leave that up, you're actually going to leave it alone. You don't touch it anymore. The last knob says volume, and this is actually going to be the vibration control for the sound lounge itself. And again, keep that right about 50%, right about straight up and down to start with. Push play, download the inHarmony app if it's out yet. As of today, we are probably about somewhere between 2 to 4 weeks away from it going live. We're going to actually push play, push launch into the Google and the iOS app stores on Friday. Not sure exactly how long that's going to take, but check in with us at support@inharmony.com, or feel free to check out our YouTube channel or check out our Facebook page to learn more and see exactly where we are. Very excited for this app to come out. As an owner of our sound lounge, or the cushion or the practitioner, you are going to get a notification that the app is available, and there will be a discount code in there for you to utilize an annual subscription at a discount as well. Very excited about where this is going. Very excited about you using your sound lounge. And by all means, if you have any questions, you probably have my cell phone number. If you don't, reach out to us, support@inharmony.com. Include your phone number and we will follow up with you right away. We love getting sound lounges up and running. I don't want your sound lounge not to be up and running. Very excited to be working with you. Grateful for you to have our technology. Happy sound lounging.